well, the challenge is on for me to explain this in a really simple way and use no jargon whatsoever or get too technical or nerdy. In terms of the curly Q, you'll need your templates that you perhaps made before, or some circles of some sort, depending on what you're making them out of. And with I'll make the largest one here, so I'm going to use my largest template, which is extra large, and the medium circle, which fits the pre-cut flower in. The other thing you'll need is a rubber, something to draw with, because these cheap pencils or rubbers just don't work. And if you're into colours, maybe some coloured something or others so you can see what you're creating. So let's do this. Let's see how simple I can make. Do let me know if I've done a good job. So the first thing we want to do is, of course, you'll need something that draws a straight line. It doesn't matter what it is. It can be this, it can be the side of a container, whatever. We draw a circle, we draw it in half, then we draw it in half again. And extend the lines out, because you're going to potentially make this all sorts of sizes. And then roughly pizza pie for 8. And this gives us the shape of most of our tests for the curly Q. Oh, I missed that completely. What a silly Billy. So that's sort of about there. No, I haven't had an afternoon gin and tonic. Lucky I have a trusty rubber. Then we place our flower or our motif, or in this instance I'm doing a curly Q using an example of this flower. It's roughly this medium, so there's plenty of room to put the grout lines in between these breaks. So my template is the right size, so this will spread a little bit, and where we draw these big lines, they'll be grout lines. So here I'm going to do it mostly within this quarter, so we can draw it here. So that's where this little chap is going to fit in there. And then we want to curve this up to the top. So let's pop this big one here on this curl, that's this one, and just draw a crescent moon-ish down to that circle. So that makes it nice and curled. The other thing that this one is doing is going to be on my line of mirrors that was the spiral up the hat. So we need this to draw what might be considered that spiral, or wherever we want it placed. So it doesn't actually matter where you draw this straight line. It could be a little bit or it could be a lot. It's up to you. So I'm just going to go across there. Take that top off. And would you believe that's pretty much our pattern. What we can do over here is draw another one, because we don't need to draw the whole lot up, which you would do in traditional methods. We're going to rough this one out and draw another one. So now we look at that and we go, oh my God, what on earth are you talking about? So this is where colour helps sort it out in our mind. So let's have a look at the bit I'm going to do for the dark blue bit around the outside here, or perhaps a dark blue bit. So I'm just going to trace the colour of that, where that test is going to go. And all will become clear as we see the colours. And it comes back to the wise words of Kim Grant from Kim Grant Mosaics, beautiful Australian artist. is trust the process. So you just draw it. It's geometry. So that's going to be in one example it was light blue, in the other example it was dark blue. So that's one of our shapes. Some of the tessera is going to be this shape. So this is a standard shape. That's the shape I'll cut, and then I'll trim all the others up to match, and they just lie around. So we'll just put a little dot there, because I'm not drawing it all out. Then we want the circle for our flower, because nothing's going in here. Except my flower. So that will end up there like that. So you can see it taking shape now. And when I put the other piece on, where I had the dark blue going all the way around, you can see that this is going to happen here. And we'll do this in green, roughly. I'm only going to do it very roughly. So it'll come out to about here. And the size of that is going to be potentially this big, depending on your plate. And you only need one of these. This is going to go all the way around. So that's actually our pattern. Please don't be alarmed. If you need to draw all of it out, go for it. But once we construct it, you'll see just how incredibly easy this is to do. Some of you will already be going, oh, aha, I've got it. You can do this on a workboard and glue it down, or whatever takes your fancy. Some people use sticky mesh, so you can put it on sticky mesh. It should be all right here, so you can see how it works. Now we're ready to put the tess on and shape it in and have it all fit nicely. So this is the good bit. So we'll pop our little flower in here, and we're going to tape it up so that we don't have to reposition it every time we bump it. So I'll do. So here we've got our face tape or sticky tape. I'm sure plenty of people have seen me do this. Okay, so that's really good. This is the grout line, the red bit, for the flower.